Alright, hello everyone. It's time for another edition of Tea Time Chat. This is actually going to be the last one where we talk about electric guitars. So, that's cool. We'll move on to other instruments. And today we have got another very special tea, courtesy of Alan, who is from my group of overlords at Gringotts. So this is again from Eco Teas. This is the rooibos, hand harvested apparently. So rooibos, this is completely new to me. I looked it up. It apparently comes from Africa, from South Africa, and it has some different benefits, according to the internet, right? So it's supposed to help with headaches, insomnia, asthma, all these kinds of things. What it actually does, I don't know. I can't speak to that, but we're going to taste it here. And also what I've seen is a lot of people will drink this like black tea, so they'll put cream and sugar in it. I even saw somewhere that it was being made into espresso, so how that works out with the insomnia thing, I don't know. But let's have a go. Oh, and interestingly enough, we have a match, coffee cup and guitar. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure how to describe the taste. It's fairly mild. It's not specifically like pungent in some ways like some other herbal teas are, but yeah, okay. So we've got our tea. Let's talk about our guitar. This is actually the chapter 2, a second look at this guitar. Just to recap, I bought this guitar out of the back of someone's pickup truck in the town where I used to live. I think I paid $7 for it just to get the guy to go away. I've already done kind of a video on the restoration, so I won't go too much into that, but just to make the story short, this guitar was horrible. It was found in a barn, and something had been nesting in it. The body was full of like just all kind of debris and chewed up seeds and nuts, and I guess a squirrel had been using it, and it was pretty much like the tailpiece was here, the base plate of the original bridge, and like one tuner. And the electronics, like nothing else was okay. There may have been like one string on it, so I had to do a lot of work on this guitar. The finish was damaged, I guess, because it had been outside in the heat. So I basically refinished the whole thing. I did some wet sanding, and it had like dirt and things like baked into the finish. So I had to do some wet sanding to get all of that off, and then once I had it wet sanded with progressively higher grades, then I used some different buffing compounds to get it to look nice, like a factory finish again. And it's shiny. It's pretty shiny. We'll get a close-up in a second. And so this is not a Gibson. That is painted on with paint or with whiteout or something. But yeah, so we don't know exactly what this guitar is, but you can see up there were some holes for a nameplate. It's a Japanese guitar, I know that much. It's probably like a Unavox or something like that. And we don't know exactly when it was from either. My guess is this is probably from the 70s. But let's have a closer look. We'll start at the headstock and go down. So this again is supposed to be like a Gibson ES-335 or something. You can see the headstock. Would probably get a lawsuit brought against it today. You can see the truss rod cover there. It's multiple plies. You can see the tuners. Those are open gear tuners, which is also what was on there. So these are the same form factor of the tuners that were on there. just plastic heads there, kind of like the, I guess it's supposed to be like mother of pearl tuning heads, whatever. Pretty cheap tuners. You can see there's the back of the neck. You can see it is bolt-on neck. So there's the back. Look at that. So I feel like I did a really good job on the finish. Nice and shiny. So the neck is probably mahogany. The body itself is laminate. I guess it may be a mahogany veneer right there, but you can see it's nice, beautiful red color. Got the rosewood fingerboard. There's the neck joint. I did shim this. You can see there's the action. So replacing the bridge, I don't know what it was. There's lots of different models of these online, and they had different bridges, but I opted for a rosewood saddle there, and I had to cut that down an extreme amount to get this to fit, and also put a shim with a back angle on the neck. All of the electronics are original. You see there's the knobs, there's the pickup. Well, no, that's not true. This might be, no, I think this is the original switch. I just got a poker chip for it. I think that is the original switch, but the pickups and the pots are original. Let's see, there's the tailpiece there. It doesn't have much clearance to the body. There's the, and this is, by the way, this is a hollow body. This is not like a real Gibson ES-335 would be, with a solid body and hollow wings. This is completely hollow. So you can see there has a 0 fret. I put again some magic marker position markers up there on the binding, and it is of course bound front and back. There's no markings again left over from the original brand. There's a place right here where the chunk of the binding is missing. So let's see, what else to say about this? So despite the fact that these look like humbuckers, these are actually single coil pickups. Found that out with doing the research, and plus looking at the leads. They have the right number of leads to be single coils, not to be humbuckers. So this is just where the pole pieces are. Those are the coils right there. And these are just the original plastic housing and everything like that. So, got again my sort of matching strap, and this guitar is extremely neck heavy, so I have the meat pocket here that has a bunch of lead fishing weights in it. So, because this is a hollow body, we've got our nice F holes here. This actually has a pretty good acoustic resonance, so I'll play it a little bit acoustically. This is just into the camera on my phone and the microphone built into the phone. So I'll play it here a little bit, and then we'll do our usual thing with switching over to pre-recorded sound. It may have gone out of tune a little bit since I just tuned it and started this video. Sounds better. Maybe not. Alright, so I think that gives you a sound of what the guitar sounds like acoustically. So I'll see you again in a minute, and we'll do taking a look at it pre-recorded with clean and a little bit of overdrive. See ya.